What's up, guys, and welcome back to an episode of 20 Top 1000 in the Classic. And this time we are, of course, continuing the Summer Fiesta mission pack, the easy one specifically. And we are trying to shoot a white-tailed buck from over 100 meters with a harvest value of 100%, which means you have to instantly drop it. No running, not even a sing-along is enough, nothing like that. You have to either shoot it in the heart, the brain, or I believe the neck bone. And my goal right now is to shoot it in the brain. Now, I do believe the best strategy for this is to use the white-tailed deer scent spray. I put the scent spray out over there at about like 115, 120 meters, somewhere along those lines. You can see the bucks over there congregating, just feeding. And now I made my way to the tower, and this is pretty much the prime opportunity to shoot at them. I do believe if you have, if you still have to do this mission, do it like this: grab a scent spray and then take your time. Really, I mean, it is like half an hour for the scent, so you can really wait there and just, aim. And then if you wanna, you can call him in. Like if you put the scent a little bit further away, you can use the grunt caller and maybe get him a little closer, just like this, and we'll take our shot right there, right for the eye, or at least really close to the eye. That's where you have to kind of aim. If you're like looking a little bit sideways to the brain, you don't want to just hit the skull. You want to actually hit the brain, like that. It dropped instantly, so that will be a guaranteed mission objective completed. Now, I do believe every person starts out with some scent, like with the white-tailed deer scent. Otherwise, you can probably buy some for fairly cheap. I don't think they're that expensive for the GM. But in general, I would recommend doing it. Scents are fairly, useful for most parts, especially when hunting from towers. Makes it a lot easier, don't have to do constantly call. But yeah, let's collect this guy. Skull brain, 102 meters. And of course the harvest value of 100, which means that is objective completed. And we're off to the next few ones. And by god, the next one, that one's a real pain. That one I struggled with, but of course I'm gonna show you guys how I actually managed to do it. Now the next objective we're trying to complete is shoot a male Sitka buck on White Rim Ridge. Of course, they're specific to this map, so that's whatever. Out of scope, into the heart, just like this, hopefully. Maybe not that. See, I feel like this is too much of an angle to shoot, so I'm scooching over a little bit closer there. And of course, the heart without a scope is actually fairly difficult, in my opinion anyway. Especially because no bones may be hit. So that's us specifically, so can't shoot it like from the sides and go for like the shoulder blades or like from the top down. So we'll take aim here, looking fairly okay, and we'll take our shot. It dropped instantly, so there is definitely the potential of a hard shot. And there's another buck running off, and I will actually give a mark to that guy. I'm gonna put a dot on it somewhere along the way. Probably just right around there, maybe behind the stone. Not sure where it's running off to. Yep, turn to the right. Gonna give it a mark down there just in case this guy was knotted. And then if I have to, I will track this guy down and give it another try. But we do have lung blood here, so hopefully this works. Though the shot looks way too high up and to the right. And unfortunately, yes, it is a left lung, only no heart, so that is definitely unfortunate. So yeah, definitely way too far off to the side and too high, so gotta aim a little lower than that. So we'll go attempt it a few more times and hopefully get this done. Now I grew burned out of the Sitka objective. After like between 10 and 15 attempts in a single day, it just, I don't know. First you have to find the buck, track it down, and then shoot it. And it just never ended up working for me. So we're trying to shoot a 350 scoring or higher Rocky Mountain elk that is closer than 15 meters, shooting it only into the heart and other organs. So again, no shoulder blades, no bones, and boom. Alright, I mistimed it, but close enough, I guess. And yeah, this one I actually can see being a real pain for some people because you actually have to get lucky to find a 350 plus scoring one. It's not about skill, and well, there was no bones hit, only in other organs, but the score again only 310, which definitely could pose a problem because it's like I said, it's not about skill. It's not about actually just hitting your shot. Of course, it also factors in once you find the 350. Actually, gotta hit the heart and not the bones. But other than that, first of all, finding that 350 plus might take some time, especially if you have other missions to do. I don't see how this pack is actually easy, but whatever. Now, video attempt number 2 at a 350 plus Rocky Mountain Elk. That is hopefully the one and only attempt that you will see now. Alright, more I guess. You saw the one earlier. That was actually my first pull, like in general. And hopefully this guy right here will be the last one you will have to see. It's getting definitely close enough for the 15 meters. Squaresmith is there, standing up and popped it right there perfectly. At least you can use a scope for this one, unlike the Sitka buck. And yeah, had a cow elk coming in here. Grab that one with the recurve. Can't use the recurve. Actually, you could use the recurve. Maybe I should have done that instead. But right lung heart liver, all that's releasing is the score. And there we have it, 366 scoring. Perfect. That is objective completed once again. And really, whoever made this mission pack, calling this easy, that's scary. There's like 4 heart shots and like the coyote mission. Like there's a bunch of missions in here that I would not even consider easy at all. Maybe medium, if not a lot of them I would actually consider to be fairly difficult or like being part of the hard pack. I'm scared of what's to come in the other mission packs, honestly. Now, back on Whitehorn Ridge, trying to finally get the Sitka. And the best or easiest way to grab the Sitka is to just come to the lodge, look down here, see if you see one, or get a call from one. If you don't, go out of the hunt, restart, spawn back in at the lodge, and repeat. You can pretty much get 1 or 2 Sitkas right like down here in this little valley every single time. And since the score doesn't matter, it doesn't really matter so much if they are good scoring or not. You can just take your shot, attempt it, and reset if it doesn't work out. And I have made a lot of resets, a lot of attempts, and hopefully this right here will be the last one. This is actually, I do believe this is standing fairly well, and it sees us, so I have to kind of rush here. So I'm hoping that shot was it. I mean, it dropped instantly, but I might have aimed a little bit too far to the right. That could again have only been a single lung. I mean, the lung blood is there, obviously, but whether or not it actually hit the heart is up for debate, and of course, no other bones. Moment of truth, double lung heart shot. Perfect shot. The score is atrocious 56, but that does not matter. Objective completed. And holy mother of God, that took a long time. That took, I believe, 2.5 days for me, of course, on and off, and attempting other objectives. But really, that was not fast at all. Whoever said this mission, like this specific objective, is easy, you gotta be really good at the game for that because not using a scope and hitting the heart right there, no bones, horrible, atrocious, but completed, so I won't complain anymore. And the last objective is shoot a male rusa deer with a 12 gauge slug into the heart. And for once, well, it has to be a hard shot. You can hit the shoulder blades, you can hit bones, you can hit, I don't know, the lungs, the intestine. Doesn't matter. All you have to do is use a 12 gauge slug and hit the heart. Now, of course, it has to be a male, so that's a little annoying, but I'm sure you'll find plenty of them. And we'll take our shot right here, I believe. Shooting down from below, don't really have to pay too much attention to, the other stuff around it. Shoulder blades, whatever, lung. Irrelevant, just insanely happy that this one doesn't require that you're not allowed to hit bones. That's a horrible addition to those hard shot missions. But we'll take a look right here, and the heart was hit, so was a lot of other stuff, shoulder blade, left lung, but it doesn't matter. Look at that. Mission easy, mission pack completed. Done, finished. Incredible right here. I believe if you look at the bottom left and you actually took a look at the time, it would since the Sitka. That was about 2 hours ago. I took a small break in between, but it definitely wasn't fast because you first of all have to find the male Rusa and then actually, hit it. But it's done. Let's head back to the launcher and take a look at our hunter score. I mean, awesome. Alrighty, guys. We're going to be ending today's episode rank 1782, which means we gained 11 ranks. So I'll say hunter score of 26,653, which means we've gained 62 hunter score. And yeah, easy mission pack completed. I I can't. I'm speechless. Again, calling that easy has to be some sort of crime. Sadly, can't look at it anymore over here, but we can actually take a look at the media mission pack, which I just took a small sneak peek just a second ago, and I am not excited. That seems really difficult. That seems not medium. That seems actually quite hard. Feel free to pause it and take a look at yourselves, because I'm not gonna go through each one of them. We'll do that once I actually complete those objectives. But yep, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, and bye bye.